What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have for you today a updated Heroes deck profile. Made a couple changes. I think they're going to be a little controversial, but I think the deck runs really well. I've been doing test hands like crazy, and I think I have the greatest build that I've come up with. It is kind of focused more towards my locals, but let me know what you think. Let's get on with the deck profile. So, going with the main deck first, we're going to start with 2 Stratos, and starting off, I know everyone's going to be like, oh man, you know, 2 Stratos, you need to run 3, it's your main starter. I personally, in playtesting, found that 2 worked out better because I found myself drawing 2 all the time. So if I want to just draw 1. You can only use him once, so if I've got 2 in hand, it kind of makes no sense. I'm going with 2. I think it runs great. To round out the elemental heroes, we do 1 Shadow Mist, 1 Neos, and 1 Wing Karibo level 6. I do not run the Liquid Soldier. I find that the level 6 is a pretty good, it's more of an interruption compared to the draw 2, discard 1, and I think it just helps the deck out a little better when you get that search. For the Vision Hero package, we do 3 Ferris, 2 Increase, and 2 Vion. Pretty standard. I see people running Increase at 1, but man, if you happen to draw that 1 Increase you got in deck, it really hurts the deck and slows it down. But I think 2 is good. If you end up drawing 2 of them, it is what it is. That's the gamble you pay. But I do think playing this at 2 is the way to go. Then for our Destiny Heroes, we have 3 Malicious, 1 Denier, and 1 Plasma. Pretty standard Destiny Hero package, and that is it for the monster lineup. For the spell lineup, we do 3 Hero Lives. Self-explanatory, it's pretty much the main starter. It's pretty good Ash bait too if you've got Ferris and Malicious in hand already. This is kind of bait out that Ash, you know, kind of help you out with your plays. Yeah, you give up half your life points, but we all know how great it is. We have 3 Fusion Destiny, also a pretty good Ash bait, but we all know how great Fusion Destiny is. It's gets you straight into DPE. It locks you into darks, but that doesn't necessarily hurt you that bad. And for the one-ofs, we do have 1 Miracle Fusion, 1 Poly, 1 Mass Change, 1 Rhoda, 1 Foolish Burial, and the 1 favorite Contact. And that is it for the main engine of the deck. And we have 12 extra slots we can play with. So I changed things up a little bit, kind of thought outside the box, what helps us, what hurts us. And I think this is going to be a pretty solid lineup going forward. We have the 1 Pot of Prosperity. A lot of hero players don't really like this because you have to get rid of the extra deck because it's so tight. But man, I'm not telling you got to dig in for 6 cards. You dig in for 3. Looking at the top 3, I mean, you can get a board breaker, you can get a combo piece, you can get a normal summon, whatever. You know, especially going first, you know, this really can help out the deck and the consistency. We do 2 Book of Eclipse. This is starting to gain a little bit of momentum with people playing it, but for heroes, yeah, this can hurt your opponent by flipping their stuff face down, but if we were to have this going first and they have Nibiru, if we chain this to Nibiru, it flips all of our monsters face down, and then Nibiru can't summon a token. It can't get rid of our monsters. And then we can still poly off our monsters if we need to. So this is great for going up against Nibiru since we don't have really anything to stop it. I do 3 talents. I'm not completely in love with 3, but man, when you draw it, it helps out so much because this deck gets hit by hand traps, and this can help you draw 2 and dig into your deck some more, and I think the draw power is way worth it. It's basically like I put in the 3rd tactics for, the 3rd talents for Liquid Soldier. We do 2 Droplet, and the 1 Thrust. I do think if I had another Thrust, I would take out one of the talents, but this is all I have, so this is what we are going to roll with. And to round out the deck, we have 3 Droll. I have never been more frustrated by a single card in my life, and I've never seen a card be so disruptive at my locals like Droll and Lockbird. So we've been running this one. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for our combos, but man, it sure slows down our opponent. All right, for the extra deck, we have 2 Dark Claws. You can, since we do run 2, so when you run Pot of Prosperity, you can just cut one of these. We do the 1 Sunrise. We do 1 Infernal Rage. We'll do 1 Neo Swingman, 1 Wake Up Your Illinois Hero. We do DPE. We do run the Dystopia. I like him better in game 3 because he can hit your opponent for time. I know we don't like playing Yu-Gi-Oh that way, but that's kind of how you really need to go as far as I go for my locals. A controversial card is Trinity. At my locals, if I can draw a droplet, or if I can find a way to get him to the field, he beats over everything. I got one player at my locals who runs Dark Magician, and all he has is Dragoon. And if it negates something and gets over 4,000 attack, I'm not getting over that with half the monsters in my deck. So I run Trinity, beat over him. It's great. Shout out Dark Magician Tactics. Y'all go check out his channel. I will have a link to his channel. He's a really good Dark Magician player. Really pushes me to my limits. Yes, with Dark Magician, right? For the links, we do 2 Cross Crusaders, and then your standard, your driver, your decimator, and your divisor. And to round out the extra deck, we do the 1 Abyss Dweller. Now this, obviously you can cut that for something else, Paguska, whatever. This is just what helps me out at my locals, so take that with a grain of salt. And for the side deck, we're gonna have, it's pretty standard, you're gonna have your 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Evenly, you're gonna do 3 Dimensional Barrier, that is strictly for Tenpai. We have the 1 Lightning Storm and 3 Cosmics. This is for our back row hate. And then for that disgusting Dark Magician deck, we run Ash, because Red Eyes Fusion is just too powerful of a card. But that will round out the deck list, guys. I really appreciate y'all stopping by my channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.